They're never included in the price. You have to buy them separately.
Of course. How silly of us not to have thought of it in the shop.
Silly of us? You're joking? I don't see why they can't sell you the batteries at the same time. Or at least tell you when you buy the thing that you'll need them.
Toby's going to be so disappointed if he can't play with it in the morning.
I know. I've a good mind to write to the shop. I mean, it's just not good enough, is it?
No. Peter, at last! So how did you get here?
By train. Then I walked from the station. It's only about 10 minutes. By the way, this place looks a bit dark, doesn't it? And it's almost empty. Do we really want to eat here?
Well, there's a better restaurant down the street if you'd rather go to that. It's right by Benton's grocery store.
Yes, let's try that. And I can buy a couple of things I need on the way back. I tried the station shop, but they didn't have them.
I've been hiring cars from this company for years, and up to now I've never had any complaints. I haven't always had the latest models, but that's fine. I've told them that I hate driving very large cars along these narrow roads, it's true, but that doesn't mean I wanted one with hardly any room for a piece of luggage, which is basically what they've given me. Well, I'm a good customer, a careful driver who never goes above the speed limit. You'd think they'd try to keep a customer like myself happy.
You know David, don't you? Well, he's got a car now. He's just passed his driving test. Yesterday, I was driving along with my daughter when I noticed he was right in front of me, driving his car. Now, can you believe this? His two dogs were in the back of his car, jumping around. You know, my daughter thought it was really funny, but I'm afraid I failed to see the joke. I was concerned he might pull up in front of me because I wasn't sure he was paying attention to his driving. Well, I thought, he'll be wiser when he's a bit older.
The college building is brand new. You see, it's got everything you could possibly need, from a first-class library to a state-of-the-art sports centre. And now they're building a new media centre too, which is good because it's going to attract large numbers of students. I only wish they'd also enlarge the academic staff. We are really overworked trying to cope with the growing numbers in classes. I mean, after all, when they get snowed under in the admin section, they bring in a temp, don't they?
It all started when I bought a washing machine from a superstore and arranged for it to be delivered the following Saturday morning. And when Saturday lunchtime came, nothing had turned up. I phoned the shop. The manager made enquiries and promised to get the machine delivered the next day, Sunday. 15 minutes later, however, the new washing machine arrived, so I phoned the manager, who expressed surprise, and said that he would cancel the Sunday delivery. Then, on Sunday, yes, you've guessed it, a second machine turned up. Well, it was hardly my fault, and I'd been very polite up till then. I mean, what would you have said in my place?
I've officially closed the business now.
But why, when it was going from strength to strength? Why close it when you could have sold it to someone?
Well, I'd done it for 9 years, and it became, in that time, the largest of its kind in Europe. Although, to be honest, it was all in my head. So there was only the goodwill to pass on, really, and the phone numbers. So it wasn't that big. No, I just got fed up with it and thought it was jolly well time to try my hand at something else.
This afternoon I'm going to be joined by Arthur Shilton, whose series of science fiction novels have won him respect all over the world. But he's not going to be talking about them. He's going to be giving listeners some handy hints on writing books. So any budding authors or people who just want to record their memories or whatever should give us a call if they'd like their chance to put questions to Arthur Shilton, the famous science fiction author. And here's the number: 01333. This afternoon I'm going to be joined by Arthur Shilton, whose series of science fiction novels have won him respect all over the world. But he's not going to be talking about them. He's going to be giving listeners some handy hints on writing books. So any budding authors or people who just want to record their memories or whatever should give us a call if they'd like their chance to put questions to Arthur Shilton, the famous science fiction author. And here's the number: 01333.
I've got an 8-year-old son, and when I pick him up from school and I'm waiting for lessons to finish, I'm able to look through a window into the classroom. And whenever I see him in that way, I feel as if I'm spying on him, because I'm thinking, is he listening? What's his body language telling me? And I must say I feel incredibly doubtful about doing this. I instinctively feel that it's not right. If I want to know how he's getting on at school, I should go and ask his teacher or whatever. I feel I'm spying on him, looking into his world without his consent.
Eating out on holiday is often a time for special treats and rich food. But a survey by the health authorities suggests that 97% of people want the choice to eat healthily when they're out. We asked a team of nutritionists to evaluate the menus available at a range of tourist attractions around the country, with a view to assessing how much choice and healthiness was on offer. Their initial findings reveal a number of shortcomings, especially in children's menus. The most common problem was the lack of fruit and vegetables, and the predominance of high-fat items. In today's program, a representative of health...
So, it sounds like something of a recipe for disaster this evening. The appalling conditions are set to continue, I'm afraid, with quite widespread falls of sleet on top of the impacted ice, and we've already got some trouble in the Pelham area, where a lorry has shed its load of onions after skidding in the blizzard. You're advised to take great